G'day everybody, welcome back. Forgive the dog in the background, he's just having a good morning to everybody. It's the day after the tractor went bang, and early prognosis is that a liner has dropped or been forced down. We'll see what happens. Crank's come around and it's either broken the crank or it's busted the bolts on the flywheel, I don't know. When you turn the starter motor, the clutch assembly and the gearbox spins, but nothing in the motor spins, and I can't turn the engine. So are we going to fix it? Well, I think so, yes, or we're going to at least tear it down and have a look. I haven't been able to find a second-hand engine this morning. I've only been online for about 2 hours. They're about $6,000 to buy one in reasonable condition. That's whole tractor. And I've seen two that have emotional issues for $2,500. So I could probably scrap it and get my money back, or I could tear it down and make some good content. So that's what we're going to do. But first we need to have a look at how and what we need to do to be able to put that back there. So we had a bit of a clean up this morning and tidied it all up. All the pieces are with it. I've had a look at how I take this apart, and I'm going to have a look at taking the front end off. So this tractor comes in several components. There's front, middle, the three frays: radiator, steering, engine, gearbox, more gearbox, back end, or gearbox back end. So I'm going to split it here, pull the front out, then I'm going to split it here, pull the motor out, and then leave the back of the tractor sitting where it is. To put it in the shed, I'm going to have to take the roof off, and to get space to move around it, I'll probably take the wheels off. That's easier said than done, because you haven't seen inside the shed yet. So this is the shed, and this is the problem. Been sort of neck deep in growing trees and stuff for a couple of years, and the shed's become a bit of a dumping ground. There's the steering column for the tractor. Should work, no worries at all. So I need to get in here and rearrange and make some space and throw some stuff away. So yeah, that's enough looking at that. So a long-term plan is to enclose this space where Herbie currently resides, and basically enclose the end, enclose the side, and enclose this end, and either put a door here or put a door at the other end. I don't have the time to do this now, so I'm not going to be doing the tractor outside, and this tractor potentially could be in parts for some time. In really good news, all the pieces for Herbie turned up this week, so hopefully in the next couple of days I can start by taking the bonnet off, start taking the fuel tank and the steering column off, and then freeing up the space, because I've got to replace the steering box, which is in the shed. Got a new steering wheel. I'm going to put the old seat back on in the short term. I've got a new head gasket, and we come around the other side. I've got a new fuel filter, a new fuel pump, new old fuel pump, and a new oil filter bracket. So it should be relatively simple. I'm not planning on taking the manifolds off or the injectors off. I'm just going to lift the whole head off and then put the whole head back on. So that's through this week, and I'm hoping that goes relatively smoothly. Draining the fuel tank is probably the longest part of the process, and working out how the hell to get the bonnet off. The slasher remains parked for now. I still can't get the cutter bar off the bottom, which is a showstopper, but I've got some thoughts on how I can do that. I need to salvage the cutter bar head, otherwise the whole thing is just scrap. And in all seriousness, I need a slasher this heavy duty going forward. So it still hasn't answered, why aren't we going into the shed? Well, okay, you asked for it. So there you go, that's just a quick update on Saturday morning about the Fiat. Are we going to fix it? Don't know. Are we going to have a look at the insides of it and see what we can find? Yes, we are. And the tractor will be sitting here. So I've got to rearrange some shelves, get rid of some rubbish, get it into the backyard, and, you know, generally fix some stuff. So, yeah, stay tuned. And hopefully this week I'll get some time on Herbie and we'll get some content from that. It's been a while. I'm keen to get him back going again. I need him back in the paddock to start prepping tree beds to plant 4,000 trees in about 8 weeks. So we'll see you next time in hopefully a couple of days.